Here we go then with Miata Mania. Then we're going to head towards the start-finish line. And this is just a guide of this Blue Moon infield B layout. So we're going to head towards turn 1. And critically, you want to look on the left-hand side here. And you want to look for that white banner there. You want to be turning just before you get to that banner. You see I've just started this turn here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to head towards the inside, of course. Now, here, look at that colour change there on the inside. Potentially you want to lift here, let the car roll through. I'm being very aggressive here, trying to get the maximum time possible. But use that as your initial marker as a lift-off point. Then you want to use that as your acceleration marker. So then you go back on the throttle, and that should mean you get around the corner fairly safe and sound. But, you know, use those as markers and try and push the limits there as best as you can. Head towards this turn then, just before this white banner, where the 100-meter board is when you're going to want to brake. And you're going to want to brake in a straight line. Very easy to start aiming for the apex early here. Keep it to the left as best as you can and then turn in. Be careful about that inside barrier. You can cut this quite a bit. The curb will chuck you out sometimes as well. So the more curb you use, there's more potential problems you can have. But we make that absolutely fine, and we actually carry a good bit of speed there. So you can see versus the Delta there, I was having a significant problem on the previous lap where it's kicked me out a little bit. There I maintained a good line, and I am over a tenth and a half up them. 3's right-hander. Flat out, no need to lift here. And we're about to approach the last turn. Now, this last turn, very complicated corner. You can take the line I'm on here, it's sort of middle of the road. That way the bump's not as severe as you go onto the infield section again. You could take the outside line. The bumpy will be more severe, but then you get a perfect angle for the corner, of course. I did take that line. I've taken this line. You can also take the tight line, where you will have no bumps. You'll be more to the right than this. You'll then be on the infield circuit. Obviously, you can't carry as much speed, but it'll be a lot safer because the car won't be oversteering. Now, the lines vary depending on how you take them and the look you have with the bounce. However, we take this fairly okay. Now, the start of the curb here on the right side is actually when you want to start accelerating. Go use that as a marker. You start accelerating at that point. I'm in 3rd gear here. I did try sometimes going in 4th through the corner. That works as well. It depends on the line and what speed you're at as well. So 3rd and 4th gear there, absolutely fine. Now, we've just merged back onto that same lap. I'm going to give you a Martin Brundle style lap now, just so you get it in your head and how you need to think approaching the circuit. So heading towards turn 1 then, look at that last white marker, turn just before that. As you turn in, look at that first marker there, you potentially want to lift there, and then you want it back on the throttle there. Be careful on exit here, and just before the white banner, you're going to brake, drop to 3rd gear. You want to get on the inside, hope that you don't get bounced towards the exit. Generally speaking, if you take it nice and smooth, you won't get bounced. If you start playing about the steering a little bit, you're going to start having issues with weight transfer and potentially ending up in the barrier. Very significant corner that. The most important corner on this circuit. This is flat out, of course, and heading towards this last corner, pick the line you'd like to choose. I'm going for a middle of the road approach here. I am going to drop to 3rd gear, and the minute I get the curb to the edge of my screen, I want to be on the throttle as best as I can. Unfortunately, I had to lift a little bit there, so that's going to cost me a little bit of time, but even so, this was my fastest lap at the time. What was it? Well, it was a 54.4. There you have it. And that is a lap guide of the first round of Miata Mania.